Okay, here we are. This is Treviazard's very first PokeTrevvia. Decided to get good old Dougie involved again. Put some skin in the game on him today. So PokeTrevvia is going to be a little mini trivia game, Pokemon oriented. All right, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Today I have put all of those questions. They all have to do with your favorite Pokemon. You want to tell us what your favorite Pokemon is?
So my favorite Pokemon is actually the Espeon, which in my opinion is the best evolution out of all of them. I understand that there's a lot of hype around the Umbreon currently, but Eevee, Espeon, they just go hand in hand. They're just the best.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So Espeon superiority, I guess. I knew that. So I grabbed the Best Buy promo. Already got it. He also convinced me that if he can get every single question right, I have to give him one of my Evolving Skies ETBs. So I made these questions exorbitantly difficult. Reviewing with the super duper extra deluxe Pokemon Essential Handbook. You ready to get started?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Alright, Dougie, let's see if I can find my questions now that I put them in here. Espeon's not an original 3. It's not one of the Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon line. What generation was Espeon introduced into Pokemon?
Espeon was introduced in number 3, Generation 3.
Is that your final answer?
Espeon was introduced in Generation 4. Final answer. Lock it in. Book it. Generation
man.
4.
Da-na.
What was it?
Espeon was introduced in Gen 2.
Gen 2. Okay. I'm dialed in. That one was too tricky for me, but I think the rest of these are going to be substantially easier.
Are you sure about that?
Than that last question.
All right, then. I'll give you a meatball for question 2. What color is Espeon's shiny?
Espeon's shiny is baby blue.
Dougie, I really thought you'd do better representing your favorite Pokemon. Espeon is, in fact, lime green.
We'll get there eventually.
Now I'm really worried because the next questions get harder. You can give me either the TCG version answer or the in-game answer, but what are Espeon's weaknesses?
Espeon's weaknesses are I'm going to say grass type and fire type.
That's wild. That's wild. I think you should pick a different favorite, or at least you're learning a lot better about your favorite Pokemon today. In the TCG,
okay,
Espeon's weakness is dark type.
Dark type. Okay.
And in the game, he has 3 weaknesses. Grass and fire are not on that list. His weaknesses are ghost, dark, and bug type.
Okay, so dark seems to be the common denominator that I need to remember. Locking that in for next time.
The next 2, I'm gonna combine them into one question at this point. If you get either one of them right, you're gonna at least get the Best Buy promo.
Okay.
Height and weight of Espeon.
Espeon's height, I believe, is 1.8 meters. If I remember correctly. Are we going meters or are we going feet?
You can do
hamburgers
either.
and hot dogs.
I've got both right here.
Okay, I'm fairly confident it's around 1.8 meters height, and then weight was, I want to say 23 kilograms. I think that's that final answer. 1.8 meters and 23 kilograms.
1.8 meters, you realize, is like 6 feet tall.
Yeah. No. Oh my god. No. Okay.
So in feet, Espeon's height is 2'11".
Okay.
So that's going to put him at 0.9 meters.
Okay, so 1 meter would have been a better
1
guess.
meter would have been a better guess. Weight, you were a little closer. You said 23?
23 kilograms. Yeah.
If he would have been 6 feet tall, you realize that, like,
He would have been a little skinny.
he would have been a
Yeah,
little skinny. In metric weight, it's 26.5 kilograms.
26.5.
So you were close on
Okay,
the
so I
weight,
was- yeah, I
but
was
your
close.
height to weight ratio was wild.
Yeah.
58.4 pounds.
He chonker, honestly.
58 pounds for a 2-foot Pokemon is pretty wild. I think I can give you the weight.
Okay.
You were pretty close on the weight.
Yeah.
Just you're 6 feet.
Complete ineptitude when it comes to not hamburger and hot dogs. I blame that on Pokemon originating out of Japan and me just not having any idea how big a meter is. I think is really my biggest issue that I had there. Because I thought 1.8 meters was like 4 foot tall.
I blame them. Cut that out. So you were close enough on the weight. I'm gonna go ahead and give you your second Best Buy Umbreon.
Thank you.
How do you
There it
feel
is.
about your favorite Pokemon now that you know quite a bit more about it?
I feel a lot better. I feel like I really didn't know enough about it. I feel like there's a lot of knowledge that I could have had more coming into this. The next time I come on to PokeTrevvia, I'm going to make sure to do my research before coming on. Make sure that I'm well versed here because I felt like it was an absolute travesty today, what we witnessed. Truly.
Would you say it was an absolute travesty? We'll see you on the next episode of
See you
PokeTrevvia.
later.